Okay, welcome everyone. This is Scott here again with a new video to help you learn how to trade, invest, and master your finances so you can apply that knowledge in the real world and multiply your money. And in today's video, I'll be showing you a very simple math equation that you can use to figure out just how profitable or not profitable your trading strategy is at the moment. And when I say simple, I really do mean simple. This is not some complex mathematical derivation with calculus and other crazy mathematics. It's just some basic arithmetic. That's it. Now, before we dive in here, for those of you who are new to the channel, I just want to let you know that I do also teach on SKILLSHARE, where you can take my very in-depth classes on options trading and stock market investing. And I provided some links to some of the introductory courses of mine in the description of this video below. So be sure to check them out. And when you sign up for SKILLSHARE using any of those links, you'll get a 2-week free trial. All right, so now before I show you this equation and how to use it, I first need to give you some context. And so what I have pulled up here is the statisticshowto.com website, and I've pulled up their page on expected value. And this is a concept in the world of statistics. And this concept certainly can get very complex and math intensive, but for the purpose of this video, you just need to understand what conceptually this is. And so expected value is a pretty intuitive concept to understand. You can see right here, it is simply the return you expect for some kind of action. And specifically, this applies in a random system. So for example, let's say you are flipping a coin or rolling a pair of dice, right? Both of those things are totally random events. You have no idea whether the coin's going to be heads or tails, or what numbers are going to show up on that pair of dice. It's totally random. That being said, however, expected value will tell you with great precision what the average outcome, what the average expectation of flipping a coin or rolling a pair of dice will be, right? So even though each instance of flipping a coin or rolling dice is random and you can't predict that, what you can predict is the average outcome of repeating those random events many, many times. And trading is no different from this, right? Because when you get down to it, stock price fluctuations are very, very random. Now, the stock market is not a perfect random system like flipping a coin or rolling dice. So applying expected value is not going to have 100% precision, but it will still be very accurate. And this can be applied to any trading strategy with any financial product, whether you are trading stock, options, futures, foreign exchange, cryptocurrency, it does not matter. All trading strategies can be broken down into the fundamental components that I'm about to show you. And those are the components that go into the expected value equation. So now let's come over here to the PowerPoint slide I have for you. And so the way we're going to apply expected value to trading is we're going to figure out what the expected P&L or profit or loss per trade is for your strategy. So we're trying to figure out what is the expected average outcome of your trades. Do you expect on average your trades to be profitable or not profitable, and by how much? That's what this equation is going to tell you, right? So like I said, expected value in regards to trading allows you to project the future average outcomes of your trades. And so now, like I just mentioned, we need to break down your strategy into 4 fundamental components and then use those components to calculate what your expected P&L, what your expected outcome per trade actually is. And the first of which is your average profit. And the way you figure this out is amongst all your winning trades, just look at your winning trades first, add up the total profits for all those trades. And then you take that total profit and you divide it by the number of winning trades. Very simple. That's your average profit. The next component is your average loss. So very similar, amongst all your losing trades so far, add up all the losses and then divide that number, that dollar amount, by the number of total losing trades you have. So before I continue here, I'm sure it's very apparent that you're going to need to have some way of tracking your trades. And if you have not started doing that, start doing it. Because the only way, 1, you're going to be able to calculate this number, and 2, the way you're actually going to improve your strategy and improve your performance is by tracking your trades and then analyzing the data, right? It's going to be much, much more difficult to improve your performance if you're just making trades left and right, and the only thing you see in the end is whether or not that trade was profitable or not profitable. There are many, many other metrics and statistics you should be tracking along with your trades so that you can really see what's happening with your trades and learn from it. And so tracking your average profit and your average loss, and of course your expected P&L per trade, these things are going to help you learn and improve. So like I said, if you are not already tracking or logging your trades, start doing that. Next up, we have what is your win rate? So this is in percentage terms, how often are you winning on your trades? Are you turning profits 50% of the time or 75% of the time? What is your win rate? And the way you figure this out is you take the total number of winning trades so far and you just divide that by your total number of trades, winners and losers together, right? Total winners divided by total trades. And then the fourth component would be your losing rate, which is obviously just the opposite of your winning rate. So for example, if you win 70% of the time, then that means you also lose 30% of the time. And of course, I could include your losing rate on the slide here, but just to make things a bit more simple, we're actually going to calculate that number on the fly in the equation just by using the win rate. And so now the equation to figure out your expected P&L per trade, your expected average outcome of your trades going forward is your average profit multiplied by your win rate, and then from that result, you subtract from it your average loss times 1 minus the win rate. And that 1 minus the win rate is actually going to be your losing rate. And so once you perform this calculation, the result is going to show you how much money you expect to either make or lose on average for each of your trades going forward. So now let's look at a few examples here. In our first example, let's say our average profit per trade is $100, and our average loss is also minus $100, and our win rate is 50%. So now just plugging these numbers into the equation, we take our average profit multiplied by the win rate, so 100 times 0.5, and then we subtract from that our average loss times 1 minus the win rate. Now 1 minus our win rate here is also just 0.5, right? Because if you win 50% of the time, that means you also lose 50% of the time. And so once you run the numbers, you get an expected P&L per trade of exactly $0. So this would not be a profitable trading strategy. At least you would not expect to lose money on average going forward, but you're not going to be making money either, right? Based on how often you are winning in this scenario and the magnitude of your profits and losses, in this case, everything is just going to cancel out. Your profits are going to be exactly canceled out by your losses. So what about the next example? In this case, our average profit is only $75 per win, and our average loss is minus $125 per losing trade. The win rate is still the same at 50%, but now when you plug in the numbers to the equation, you actually get a negative expected outcome. So with this trading strategy, you would expect to, on average, continually lose money, about $25 per trade. Now you definitely can have your average profit being less than your average loss. That's what it's like in my case for right now as an options trader, but my win rate is much, much higher than 50%. So there is no one correct way to get a positive expected value for your trading. It just comes down to a specific combination of your average profit, your average loss, and your win rate. And then also by extension, your losing rate as well. And so then finally, for our last example here, in this case, the average profit and the average loss are flipped. So now our average profit is $125 per winning trade. Our average loss is minus $75 per losing trade. The win rate is still 50%. So now once again, plug in the numbers, and now you have a positive expected outcome for your trades going forward. So for this example, for this trading strategy, as you continue making trades, of course, some of them will be winners, some of them will be losers, but on average, you would expect to make $25 per trade going forward. Now, before I wrap up here, there is one major caveat you must be aware of when applying expected value to your trading, and that is you will need a sufficient amount of trades, amount of data to actually make the result of these calculations accurate. So what I mean by that is, trying to calculate your average profit when you've only made 10 trades so far, or trying to calculate your win rate when you've only made 25 trades so far, that's not enough data. Now, there is no specific number of trades that you must already have logged or tracked before this becomes more accurate. But I would say once you have logged about 100 trades, then you can start performing these calculations and also start relying on the outcome of those calculations. And the more trades you track, the more trades you include in these calculations, the more and more accurate and more stable your expected P&L per trade is going to be. But ultimately, this will give you some great insight into just how profitable or not profitable your trading strategy is at the moment. And you can definitely use this number or this statistic to improve your strategy going forward. So with that being said, that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know your thoughts or if you have questions in the comment section below. And don't forget, if you want to take some very in-depth classes on options trading and stock market investing, then check out my SKILLSHARE courses. Links in the description of this video. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I drop new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you don't want to miss out. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.